Oh, that means I was already in progress. So here we go. Where do you start your movement program? Where you're at. And for most of us, that's going to be seated. So if you're going to start your movement program, I have my gloves on so you can see my hands here. Most of us are seated, aren't we? Seriously, if you did 10 sit to stands, and we're just going to hover around 10 right now, okay? I'm going to turn it here just a little bit, okay? So I'm right here, and I'm just going to come right into here, and when I come up, when I stand up, so sit to stand, that's where you start. I just want to squeeze my gluteals here, and then I want to soften my knees, and I want to drop my shoulders. I'm going to drop my chin, breathe through my nose, hip hinge, and come down to a seated position. So all those little things, you don't see what I'm doing, so I'm talking you through it. So here I go. I can either have my hands here, and if I were going to have an operation on my back, on my spine, I would use my hands here to help me up, okay? If I'm good to go, then I might bring my hands out here, okay? But I'm going to keep my chin tucked, breath. So that was 2. Squeeze, drop my shoulders, breath through my nose, and I'm back down. And then I'm going to come back up. And then I might start saying, okay, let me go a little slower coming down. Breath, breath, breath. Let me hold 1, 2, 3. And let me sit down. And let me see, how does my knees feel? Okay, so check in with yourself. Breath. So we're about halfway through. So right here, soften up the knees. Tighten in the stomach. Squeeze your gluteals. If you just start activating the gluteals by squeezing them, and that is the squeeze the quarter thing, oh my goodness, you're going to be so far ahead of the game if you will just do that. Keep your shoulders down and just brace right here. What's bracing? Keep going, we're almost there. Breath. Okay, I didn't hold that time. So I'm just doing 10, okay? I think we're at like 7 or 8, I think. Take a breath. See, I'm just standing up, squeezing, dropping, breathing through the nose, bracing. You get the idea. Breath. Here we go. And back down. I think that's like 10. So where do you start moving? Do you realize that while you're sitting, if you would just take a few seconds and say, you know what, let me just do a sit to stand. Sit to stand, and then hold it, and then come back up. So we're doing what's tantamount to squatting. Okay, we're not going deep, we're not going fast. So yes, I'm doing a second set to make a point. Many of us are facing, as we have our birthdays, weight gain, lack of moving as much as we used to, which leads to diabetes. And they've even dubbed Alzheimer's as the diabetes 3. That means not moving. And I'm telling you, if you can't see your way through to go for a walk, maybe you're in a situation where you can't, or you just don't feel like it, start where you're at. You're in a chair. Just stand up, use whatever help you need, but get that going. If you would do 10 of these, just 10 of these, after a meal, while you're sitting, during the station breaks, whatever you're doing, you would start stepping out of the metabolic syndrome that creates diabetes type issues. You know, you're just insensitive to insulin. You may be having insulin, but your muscles are just in such poor shape that they can't take in the insulin and use it like it's supposed to. So this is about the second set. So I'm going to go to the second thing. Start where you're at. So I'm going to just go here to the wall. Now, if you're where you can put your hands on a chair, then do that. In fact, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So if you're going to be on a wall, that's great. I'm going to do push-ups on a wall. So if you're going to be at a wall, you just step wide, bring them right down to shoulder height, and then just come right into the wall and do a little push back. See, it's not fast. Drop your elbows. It's just rhythmic. You're just gonna lean into the wall and come back. Now this is the most, one of the easier versions, okay? Keep doing it. If you're on a wall, keep doing it. However, if you can do it from a chair, the back of the chair that's stable, some of us it's gonna slide, so that wouldn't be good. But if you can do it from a chair, and see, I wanna stay right into the chair, so that means I'm not gonna go out here because I might push. See, I don't want that. So I'm gonna go over here, so I'm gonna come straight down, and then come back. I'm gonna go straight down, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go straight down and come back. You don't even have to bend your arms very much. Breath, come back. Breath, keep your shoulders down. Breath, and come back. See how I'm just bending my knees so that I keep my shoulders over my wrists? Big breath, exhale. Big breath, exhale. Big breath, exhale. And if that gets to be too much, then come back over here to the wall, straight out from your shoulder. Drop those elbows in and come back. So tighten, drop the shoulders, come back. Breath, come back. Breath, come back. This activates your whole shoulder and it gets your neck in a neutral plane so that your chin is tucked, your ear is over the shoulder, and you're gonna hit 10. Focus on 10. If you can do more, great, do more. But if you can't, do 10. So once you've done 10, and we already did 20, sit to stands, 20 ledge or wall push-ups. Take a big breath. You sit back down, then you come back up, and you step forward. Okay? So that sequence, you can either do it by a wall, you can do it behind your chair. If it's not moving, this one's moving on me. Or you can do it independently. I'm going to step out and the back leg is the one that's going to dip. The front leg will take care of itself. Okay? So I'm going to step back right here in front of my chair, or I can be beside my chair if that works. And I may step out, but the leg that's going to bend is the back leg. So move your chair however you need to so that you can do the step back lunge, or some people call it the reverse lunge. And I've gone over this move many times, but it's one of the ones that I will include in a 5-step get moving, like how you get your movement going. Today is what I'm including this in. So we've already done sit to stand. And now we're doing 10. So you don't have to go down very far. Not for this first time. See? Right here. And this is April Fool's Day, of course. So, you know, I don't want to trick you into doing too much today. See how I'm just rotating my ankle, dropping my shoulders, tightening, breathing through the nose, coming down as far as I feel I can. Then I'm going to hang out down here. when I'm done almost 10 step backs, okay? And you can do them on one side or the other. You can do them one at a time, alternating. Take a breath. I'm going to do 2 more and then I'm going to hold it again. So you got to get that knee going right down here. Take a breath. Yeah, right there. Go as low as you can and then hold. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. Come back up. Take a breath. Step forward. So I'm right here. And put my hand on my chair. I could even do this beside my chair, but I won't go there right now. Take a big breath again. Through my nose. Bring it back. I've got all of my things here for a reason. I'm going to show you. So I step back. So wherever you're standing, just step back, hang on to a wall or a chair or a counter. And now what am I going to do? I'm going to flex through my foot. I'm going to bend that back knee. And I'm going to come down. And I'm going to come down. So this step back move, very important for us as we're being grandparents and we're wanting to be active with our kids. Not over the top, but just to have some fun and to show them that grandma or granddad, he's not dead yet. They're not dead yet. Okay? So just work through this step back lunge. Find out where your low point is. Find out where you start going, oh, I think I can't go any further than that. So I can tell you it's different for me on both sides because I have one hip replaced and I have one knee replaced, okay? So when you do this, not fast, but correctly with good posture, neutral posture, and then you get to where you can hold it at its lowest point, right there. So here's what you need to think to yourself. Okay, in this position, could I be holding a weight? See? So you should be feeling this. Yeah, and then come back. Take a big deep breath. Okay, I'm focused on 10. I think I've done that. I'm going to do 2 more. Here we go. Drop my shoulders. Breath in my nose. I'm feeling it here. It's just waking your body up. So these are going to be 5 moves. This is the 3rd one. To just get moving, to get your move on. That's it. Okay, then I'm going to step forward. Take a big deep breath. And let's say you're doing good, but you know, you might have some issues with movement, or you just are kind of like, you know, I just want to let my body know I'm ready to do things, or I'm ready to not do things. So now I'm going to go just to activate my upper body. I already did with the wall push-up, but I'm going to take one hand and just reach it up. And then I'm going to reach over my head. And you see I'm not moving through here. It's all the upper. Here's my question to you. As you're sitting in your chair and you bring a hand up, can you come over and touch your ear right here? And your elbow should be pointing to the ceiling. So that's a good movement pattern test. Let's do it on the other side. Take a breath. Because some people start doing things real fast and they forget the nuances of some of these moves. This move is aimed specifically at the shoulder, the thoracic region of your core. And you see, if I come here, sure, if I'm going to bend way down here, that's going to be a whole different thing. I don't want to do that. I'm going to bring my hand up, and I want to bring it to test. How's my shoulder? I'm going to grab my ear here, and my elbow should be pointing to the ceiling. My rib cage is very lifted, okay? And then I'm going to come up like that, and I'm going to come down, okay? So that's half the equation. So you can do one and then the other. So I'm right here, and while I'm here, I'm going to do a little double duty. I'm going to go like this. See here? I'm not gonna do both of them together. I'm just gonna tap. And I'm gonna bring the toes up. Okay, this activates the tibialis anterior muscle. Just this. What is one of the biggest reasons of people tripping? Yeah, we drop our toe. And some of us have had that issue, and boy, it makes tripping much, much more likely. So what do we want to do about that? Anytime you're sitting down, I don't care where you're at. I don't care if you're going to use your arms up here or not. Or let's just say you're sitting here or you're working on your computer. You see this? I can bring those toes up. I know it's dark. I didn't mean to do that, but it happened. So I'm just lifting my toes up. At the same time, I'm going to bring my arm up. I'm going to touch my ear. Make sure my elbow is pointing to the ceiling. Okay? Rib cages are up. And I'm just doing a tap. And then once I know my elbow is really in the right position, then I'll reach. See? Come back down. Got it? So it's not done fast. You're just cluing in the body, especially if you're working out in the morning, as we are here. See, I'm keeping my toes, not hard, not fast. Then I'm going to come over and touch my ear. And then what do I want to make sure of? See, I don't want that elbow going here. I want it back here. Okay? Now really lift that elbow. Once that elbow is really reaching up there, keep your toes tapping. Then I'm going to bring that hand all the way up. And I'm going to really reach. Okay? So I'm going to tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, reach, 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 reach. Breath through the nose. And now when I come down, I'm going to go way out here, like a scoop out to the side. See that? So yeah, if you can do 10 of these, that's great. I don't like to say that because I'm trying to get you to not focus too much on repetitions, because that's when people start speeding up just to get them done. How do I know this? Because I taught with slugs so many years that I know I am a slug. So I know what the propensity is here. See, my toes are continually, you should be feeling your tibialis anterior right now. I know it. That should tell you something. This is your go-to when you're on long trips. So hand over the head, touch the ear, get that elbow going up, take a breath through the nose. Now reach. Really reach. Keep your toes going. Keep your toes going. Now scoop way out to the side. Yeah, just like that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Here we go. Over the head. Grab the ear. Bring that elbow back. Yeah, bring the elbow back. Don't reach up if you can't bring that elbow back. I would rather you focus on trying to just pull back here. Yeah. And then once you know that elbow's up there, reach up. Big swipe to the side. See? Toe, 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 toe. You got it? Okay. Now, bring both hands. Come right here to your ears. Got it? Swing down and hip hinge. Then come swing back and bring those fingertips to your ear. See that? Open the elbows. Drop your shoulders. Don't open the elbows if you're all hunched up. Okay? So, this one's being put in here specifically for Kay. I'm sorry, Kay, I had to do it. Here we go. Down. Bring it up. Bring those elbows. See, I didn't go all the way up. No, I didn't. I went right here. And then I open the elbows and I drop my shoulders. My tummy is just braced. My chin is tucked so that my ear is over my shoulder. And now I'm opening those elbows, pushing back. Yes. Then I'm going to go swoosh down and around. And now I'm going to come up, and my thumb is going to be touching my sides of my head. Now, if you're looking straight forward and you can see your elbows, they're too far forward. So you might have a hard time with this one. Do the best as you can, always. You drop your shoulders. We did the hip hinge. We come up, and instead of throwing our arms way up like that, I said, bring your thumbs now to the sides of your head, not your ear, right here. And now bring that rib cage up and open those elbows. Pull back. Yes. And here's the deal. It's right here, I kid you not, is where I get heads going forward. Why? Because if your head goes forward, you don't have to bring those elbows back. We can figure out how to cheat, can't we? So be conscious of that is what I'm saying, because I'm not there yelling at you. I'm here yelling at you. I'm just making you aware of this move and the nuances of it. And here now, I'm going to start bringing one knee up. So instead of doing the toes, I'm pushing the elbows back. I'm keeping my chin tucked, but I'm not allowing my head to go way out. See, my thumbs are here, my elbows are open, but I'm not hunching up my shoulders. I'm dropping my shoulders as I bring, and I do little marches. See, just little tiny marches. Breath, in through the nose, breath, in through the nose, breath, in through the nose. And here's your test. Look forward, and in your peripheral vision, if you're seeing a little elbow sneaking out here, pull them back. I know it. Okay, stay with me, stay with me. You're braced, your shoulders are down, breathing through the nose. Yeah, keep those elbows back. And swoop down now, all the way down, and then come all the way back. And this time, the hands go a little higher, okay? And we go back with the whole hand now. See, it took us 2 or 3 times of different positions to get to this point, okay? So now my shoulders are down, and I'm going back. So I'm doing what is tantamount to the Superman or the Superwoman, however you want to say it, on the floor. So if you just can't see yourself getting in the floor, but you need to move, do those 5 moves that I just did. I'm going to work right back through them now, and then I'm going to add some weight. How's that for a program? You find yourself seated, right? Okay, so I'm going to go back in reverse order. So I took several stages to get our hands up and back so that I'm really pushing the chest forward and the arms back. So that's your Superman. Okay, bringing it down, bringing it over. Then the 4th one was bringing that hand up, grabbing the ear, the elbow goes up, and then you reach, okay? Too many times, people just see the hands go up and that's what they do, and they miss the shoulder involvement, the neck involvement, the whole thoracic region. Drop your shoulders, bring that hand over, touch the ear, see that elbow, and then raise the hand. And the whole time we were doing that, we were doing our toe taps. Yeah, so okay, reach a little more. See, I'm not bending at the back. Okay, then I'm coming down and reaching around and coming down. Okay, then I'm going in reverse order. So we had done, whenever that you're done with your sit to stands and your wall push-ups, then you're just standing here and you're just going to step back. See that? Now, that little step back, you should feel a little stretch in your calf in the back. You got to put your foot down. So, as you're standing here and you step back far enough that when that heel goes down, your toe should be forward and you should feel a little stretch, just a little. Then you bring that knee down and back. and you come down as far as you can. See how I have my hand resting here on the chair? I want to find my end point. For me, it's going to be different on both sides, okay? Now I have some of you on here that have both hips replaced. So maybe it feels like the same. So that was our step back lunge. So I'm showing you 5 moves that if you just can't, if you know you'd like to move, but you just don't maybe have the energy to start doing all of the hand waving and, you know, throwing your legs in the air. Yeah, so you should be feeling a stretch in the calf. As I push my knee forward, see that? I feel a stretch in the calf because my heel is down. My shoulders are down. I'm breathing through my nose. Now I'm going to bend that back knee. I'm going down as far as I feel I can. Where's my end point? The end point is where you're thinking, okay, if I hold this position more than 10 counts, I'm going to be in trouble. Then come up a little bit, okay? Big breath. See, I have my hand here just to stabilize. I'm not really pulling anything. I'm just staying in that position and then I come back out of it. By doing that step back lunge, along with the sit to stands, oh my goodness, you've activated every single muscle in your whole body. I'll go to the wall. And when you go to the wall, everybody wants to know where they put their hands. Here's your shoulders. Come straight out so that you can draw a line to your wrist. See that? That's where your hands go. And then when you come down, the elbows go in at first. Not hard. You know, if you come out just a little bit, that's okay. But I like to try to get my elbows down, okay? And then I like to put a little push back, just like that. You don't have to do it fast. Just bend those elbows, press back from it. Bend those elbows, press back from it, okay? And then the first one we start with, because that's generally where we find ourselves, isn't it? Is seated. So maybe you got up, you got a drink, went to the bathroom, and then you're sitting down to have your hot drink. Okay, whatever that might be. Okay? And you find yourself sitting down. Do you know that if you had a hot drink and you put a little sugar in it, that creates an insulin spike? Okay? Do you know that if you find yourself sitting down and you literally do a sit to stand and then do it again, don't do it fast, just do it. And when you're up here right now, you squeeze your gluteals. Yeah, just pretend I've got a little cattle prod with a electric shock going in. Yeah, I used to have fun with those bulls that I was raised around. Yeah, I did that. Anyway, they moved. You just go zzz, and they move. Okay, here we go. I hope you're laughing. I know, I really did that. Okay, see the hip hinge? See that? When you go like this, that's why this is the number one thing to start doing to help activate your muscles as you're ambulating around. I'm talking out of the bed. Okay, all the moves that we did the last time in the bed. You hip hinge. I cannot tell you when I start working with somebody for the very first time, and this is especially with kids, because what are we used to doing when we sit down? We're used to doing this. So it's got to stop somewhere. We got to say, you know, there's a better way to move, and this is it. You drop your shoulders, take a breath through your nose, push your chin back if you have to, even with your fingertips. And if you use your fingertips on your chin, for goodness sakes, keep your teeth together, okay? So you don't dislodge through your chin, your jaw muscles. When you hip hinge, keep your back extended, okay? Now push through the heels and you're up. Now, if you want to change the focus a little bit on this single most very important move, instead of going into the heels too much, kind of come up into the toe box. When you do that, you're going to start activating a little bit more into the gluteals, okay? So let's go over that again. So I'm sitting here, I can do the typical, which is where I want you to start, hip hinge, shine your taillights, yes. Back is extended, pressure is off the knees, okay? That's this. Now, moving to the front of the foot, middle to front of the foot. You can't shine your taillights. I know. You're just dropping like a rock, see? You keep your back extended, but you come down here, you can find your chair there, and then stay more into the front of the foot, not the very front, but you understand, midfoot. Keep your chin tucked, and don't let your knees come in, and now come up. That's when you get more into the gluteals. This is gonna be more of the quad, and this is gonna be more of the gluteals, see? But a lot of people don't get to this point because they have to work on the strength first and getting up and ambulating. So those are the 5 moves, folks, to actually activate and start. Now we're going to start adding weight. But before we do that, we're going to pick up our pole. I'm going to check my time here. Let me see where we're at. Oh, we're good. All right. Okay. Here we go. I hope you're watching how I'm moving. So here's my little pad. So I really highlighted throughout this the 5 moves that you find yourself seated that you can start doing to really activate your muscles. If you just hit 10 of those and then come back through and do 10, you're going to be so far ahead of the game. And you're going to feel better. Okay, those are the 2 biggest reasons to do it. All right, so here's my pole. That said, the minute I put a pole in somebody's hands, they're going to go like this. And that's okay if it's through the hip. So I'm going to go this way and this way. I'm going to move this. So I'm going to go this way and this way because now I'm going up through the adductors and abductors, okay? Abductors, adductors. Adductors are you're coming in, adductors you're going out, you're abducting, okay? You don't have to worry about those words, in and out, right here. But don't turn your toe. Don't do that, okay? Tight tummy, drop my shoulders, and I'm gonna come out and in, out and in. And I'm just hip hinging. And I'm bringing that leg in and then back out. And you can have the pole in your hand. You can do it whichever way you want. I just want to bring the ankle in, and then I want to lead with the ankle. Now, you may think, oh, this is kind of a nothing thing. Well, guess what? If we hold it here, right here, and you're going to have to use your pole probably. Would I like for you to do this without the pole? Yes, of course I would. But I would rather you use the pole and do the move and stay on balance rather than not use the pole and don't do it because you keep getting off balance, okay? Knee is soft, yes. Shoulders are down, yes. Tighten in the tummy, yes. Bring the leg out to the side and hold it. See that? So I'm doing basically a 1-leg balance, but I'm working these side muscles. Then you bring it in, and you're going to feel most of the heat in your muscle is going to be from the supporting leg. Okay, so hold this however you need to. Do it at a wall if you need to. Whatever floats your boat the best. But I'm going to bring this leg out. My knee is soft. It's not really bent. And my ankle is leading. See? And if I can bring my pole up and not use the pole, but don't turn your foot, just hold it there and then bring it back in. You're gonna feel it heating up over here, but you're also gonna feel it here. That's the point, okay? Here we go. These are all little interim things, and we're gonna do our carries. That's what I'm gonna end with. So I didn't forget. However, I wanted to address hip issues a little more. So I'm gonna go step and come back. And you're thinking, why is she doing that? See, step and come back. I have the pole. I can use it at any point, or I can be over here and put my hand on a wall at any point. The whole reason to do balance work is to fight for balance. So you shouldn't be super good at it. You gotta fight for the balance. So I got my pole here. I'm putting my foot here because I want to bring my knee up. See that? I want to actually cross midline with my knee, with my leg. So am I going to just rip it up there like that? No, I'm not. I'm going to get my balance. I'm going to find the stable position. That means knees are soft, rib cage is up, shoulders are down. Here I go. See, I'm going to put my foot right there in the front. I'm not putting pressure on it, but it's right there in front. Now I'm going to go from there, and I'm going to come up. See that? Big breath through the nose. Just keep it right there. Keep the knee soft that you're supporting on. Drop your shoulders. Big breath. See that? Yeah, it's making your feet go all over the place because you're fighting for balance. Here's what you got to know. Balance work, yes, there can be some crossover from different modalities. Anything you do, you have to have some balance or you're going to find yourself on the floor most of the day, right? But specific balance work kind of takes a different mindset, okay? So I'm trying to propriocept right now because I took a wide base and I went right in front of my other toe. Okay, so what does that remind you of? Yeah, a tandem walk. Only we're standing our ground. We're kind of sitting back, so to speak. So I want a tiny hip hinge and I want my knee soft. Then I'm going to bring that knee up and I'm going to fight for the balance. And I'm going to try to get to where I can do 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Heck, I'm going to try to get 1,001. Okay, drop your shoulders, shift. So there we are. We're using all of our hip muscles on the sides and in the groin. I'm going to come foot over foot. Then I'm going to bring that knee up as far as I feel I can. I'm going to fight for the balance. I'm going to use my pole if I need to. See, I got my pole. I can put it down there if I need to. But I'm going to try to do it without it. And then I'm going to put it down. Okay? Take a big breath. Okay, get ready. Shift one more time on the other side. Just bring the foot from here as far over to the front foot as you can. Now, for some of us with lots of joints replaces and feet issues and back issues, maybe you can just go here. Great. Don't go all the way over here if that's causing you a lot of instability. But note that, okay? Because if this is making you very uncomfortable, we got some work that we got to keep doing, all right? And listen, you will get better at it. You absolutely will. But go step by step. So take the other leg. See, I didn't come up yet. I'm just getting you to get the foot from here to here. And lest you think that this is just a nothing move, let me give you this. Try picking up just a little bit, one leg, and act like you're trying to put it into a sandal. You get my point? This is not a nothing move. So many times you'll find yourself, you should get yourself over to a wall, put your butt on the wall, and do it. But that's not going to help you with your stability muscles. Yeah, I want you to do that, but I'm just making the point that trying to do this and put your foot in a sandal on one leg, it's a big move. And it's a big move to practice. So you're right here, you shift, you tighten, hip hinge, knee is soft, bring that leg over here, act like you're trying to put your foot in a sandal. That's the point of this whole exercise, this whole movement thing that I'm doing with you right now. Okay, I think our time is going. So what I'm gonna do, so I use the pole a little bit. I was gonna use my band. We can always do a lot of these on our little pad. I didn't use it today. Here's my very heavy bucket. Okay, got my gloves on. So am I going to come in here like this and hunch over and do that? No, I am not. We're going to use good lifting technique. I don't care if it's a bucket or whatever it is. I'm going to go wide. I'm going to come in close to my target. So you're doing a carry. You could do this with the whole 18 pounds or 15 or 12 or whatever you can pick up. Let's say it's on a stool or a chair. You come down, you grab, and you sit down into your heels and you bring it up, okay? And then you squeeze your gluteals. Then you come here and you sit it down and you come back. And see, that's not very far. This is a lot of weight, okay? This is probably pretty close to 40 pounds, maybe more. There's some big rocks in there. Drop your shoulders, breath. So you could have your weight, for instance, on a chair if you're using free weights. But if you're using a carry, which is a bucket or a suitcase, yeah, pretend this is a suitcase, okay? Take a breath, drop your shoulders, squeeze the rear end, squeeze the quarter, and now I'm gonna go a little far. I'm gonna come right here, and I'm gonna go down, then I'm gonna come up, engage, and pull those shoulders down and back. Down and back. Here, down, pull, pull, squeeze, breath, all the way down to the heels. Now I'm coming up, pull down and squeeze. Then I'm gonna go one more deep. Come up, squeeze, squeeze the gluteal. Yeah, squeeze the quarter. Now, I'm gonna do a little test to see if I've overloaded it. What is the test? I introduced this just the other day. So, if you've got a heavy load, you need to be able to walk somewhere normal, okay? So, let me move my little rod so I don't trip on it. I know we're coming to the end of class, but I want to make a point. So you're going to come down here, bend down, lift, and you're going to walk. And then go to the other side. And you're going to test out. See, I'm different on both sides because I have a replaced knee and a replaced hip. So I see if I were just doing this or really struggling, that would tell me I need to lighten my load. Okay? So I'm trying to give you best practices here. So now I'm on the other side. Okay, so far so good. Breath. Breath. You get it? Okay. Listen. This is the April Fool's Day joke. We're all here. Anyway, let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're right at the end of class. Good job, you guys. I hope that helped a little bit. I know. Just move. That's the basic thing. That just move today. That's all. Yeah.